to just a quick video on how you put a quilt together before you get a machine quilted. And this is one of my ways that I always do it since I discovered it, and it's using a quilt basting spray. So I use the Helmer 101 spray, and why I love it is because it's low odor. It does fuse really nicely. It doesn't gum up the needle, and it's machine washable, so I love it. So let's get to it. So basically I've got my 3 layers already done. Now you can do this any size quilt. I just happen to have, it's a metre by metre quilt, but you can use this for any size. And on the table, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to quilt baste using a table. So we've got our 3 layers, we've got our backing, then we've got our batting, and then we've got our top. So I like to start with my backing first. I'm just going to flip it over like that. I've already made sure that all my layers are the right size, so I've already pre-cut and I've already ironed all my layers. So the first thing we're going to do is bring that backing back. Now, there's lots of different variations on how you do this. I happen to like to spray on my batting. I always get really nice success doing it, and you know, I just do it that way. So there's lots of different ways, this just happens to be how I do it. Make sure you give your can a good shake. So we want to stir up the contents. I'm just picking off a little bit of thread that might be on there. So the good thing about this quilt basting spray, you actually don't need to stick it to the, you know, for the next 20 months. You're actually sticking it long enough to, when you're putting it through the machine, you're making it so the layers don't come apart. So it's only a temporary spray, okay? As soon as you wash it, it will come out. And this is all I use. I don't use a lot. Just a that's it. So as you can see, it wasn't a lot. So as you can see, I only did like a strip about 12 inches, 30 centimeters long. And if you do it in that way, you're not going to waste your spray, but you're not going to get all stuck up with the top layer. Now, the next thing I do is I'm going to put my hand underneath that top layer. I hope you can see that. It's just underneath into that layer. Starting always at the middle. As you can see, I've brought it down to halfway, and I'm just going to put my middle hand in the middle, and I'm just going to smooth it out, just like that. Smoothing it out. Now I have some people say sometimes my quilt basting spray doesn't stick properly. If I just pull back like that, I can feel where it's sticking. But if it doesn't, if it happens to be a cold day or your house is cold, it's heat activated. So just rub it like that and it actually will start sticking better. So I just pull it back, and as you can see, I can feel where it's sticking there, and that's where I stop. Another spray. Starting from the middle, pushing it out. Starting from the middle, pushing it out. Starting from the middle, pushing it out all the way. Just like that. As you can see, I'm just making sure it's all nice and smooth and there's no creases, because once it's now stuck, you've activated the spray, that's it, it's stuck there. As I said, not permanently, but till you actually get the quilting done. Now just for this, I'm going to turn it around like this so you can still see what I'm doing. If it was I was doing it at home and I wasn't videoing it, I would have just walked around the other side of the table. Again, we're going to pull that back, and just there I can feel where it's sticking, so that's where all I need to do. Again, the spray 12-inch strip, put that over there. Put your fingers in the middle, start in the middle, smooth out. I'm just doing like a palm width at a time or finger length at a time. Right, again, I'm just going to pull that back. Just do that last little bit of spray. And by doing it on a table, you can see it's actually quite easy to move. So if it was a big quilt, I could have it all the way down this way, have half of it on there, and still complete the job. And just smooth it up, and off you go. Now, if I had a lot of wrinkles in this top, or it was particularly cold in my house, I would actually iron it. But you've got to remember, once you iron it, and you need to reposition your backing or your top, you actually have to respray. You've deactivated the glue. It's always going to be repositional until you iron it. Okay, and then that side's done. Simple as that. So then to do the front, all I'm going to do is flip it over. And you know, this, if you had a big quilt, it would be easy because you your batting sort of tends to just sort of stick to it naturally. Pull it back halfway. Doesn't matter that this is now on its side, it's really no different. Spray. Again, what do? Put my hands in the middle and smooth from the middle out, smooth from the middle out, smooth from the middle out. And that also helps to activate the spray. Pull it back, I can feel where it's sticky. Straighten that out. There we go. Last bit of spray on that. Done. And that side's done. As I said, I'm just going to turn this around now. If I was doing it at home, I'd actually walk around the other side, but just for ease of the video, pull it back. It's already sticking. Another reason why you would do it on your table like this, it's a lot easier on your back instead of laying down the floor. I'm just pulling out the side threads of that so you don't want them stuck down. Into the middle, out to the top. This is the last bit. And as you can see, I didn't use a lot of spray, very minimal. It's only a temporary spray until you get it quilted. And as you can see, those layers are now stuck together. So when I take it to my machine and you're quilting, it's not going to pull apart like it can do on your pin spray. So that's it. That's how I quilt baste a quilt. It's as quick as that. That took me less than 5 minutes to do a little one. No taping, no pinning. I will actually pin the 4 corners, so when I'm taking it through the machine, make sure that it's not going to just sort of flip apart with that constant use. It can do that, but that's all I do. Okay, so have a good day. This is Janeene Scott from Passionately Sewn Designs. Bye.